Alright, my video got cut off. One of the things that I've noticed about the trick was with each of my children, that's one of my fears, is that they're going to wind up like me. That they're going to suffer from this. Like, I see my daughter twisting her hair, playing with it. As you see, she's got these beautiful locks. Come here. She's got these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hair. It needs brushed. That wouldn't hurt. But she's a very, very pretty girl. And she loves this dog. Yes, that's our little rat dog. I know, kind of off topic.
No, he's my little... And he's not a rat. I said, no, I'm not a rat. Give me some lovin's.
But she lives with me every day with pulling my hair and, watching me go bald.
No, you're not. There's actually hair coming in.
See, she tries to look at the positive. But
sometimes I look at the negative.
And I hold right there. This was actually a huge chunk from one day.
Oh, you're putting that on
I
your
was
mental
actually on a big pulling spree. And I wound up pulling globs because it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. My hair didn't. When I go to the mirror, even trying to put on makeup to make myself look right or make myself look good, it doesn't help. Like, there's not much hair care products in here, we've no hairsprays. This is mainly the guy stuff. I got a few things. I got scissors, which I probably shouldn't have because I tend to go on cutting sprees. And you can see in the mirror, my hair, what it looks like. And this is what I see, I get up and I'm like, this is my hair. There's nothing here, at the top. And I got some growing in, and if I don't touch it, it'll grow back in, hopefully. I know some people that have tricked their hair doesn't grow back in. I'm lucky. Mine does, even though I've been pulling since I was like 17. One of the other problems I face is, with the borderline personality disorder. I was diagnosed with that originally when I was 19. And at first they told me that, and I was like, oh, so I'm schizophrenic or something. I thought I was crazy, so I stopped going to the doctors. And I wouldn't get on any medicine. And I was also diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. So I'm always anxious. I have the racing thoughts through my mind. My head's never, ever, ever calm. And there she is, peeking over. She can't give me like 5 seconds apiece. Ever. But she lightens my life. She really does. With the borderline, it scared me. I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand it. And I'm still trying to understand it. I know it affects interpersonal relationships. How we view ourselves. I view myself alone more than anything. I fear abandonment because I was abandoned my whole life. I didn't have a really good childhood. It was really, really, really rough. A lot of things happened that should not have happened to me, which wound up leading into the trick. They say that sometimes something bad can happen that will cause the trick to start. And that's pretty much what happened in my case. That's what sent everything with me on a downward spiral. Crazy child, really crazy. But I wound up going... With the anxiety, I ended up losing a really, really bad amount of weight. I went from 150 pounds from having my daughter to 110. No reason at all. Once the doctors kept saying, what's wrong? They don't have a clue. I actually had one ask me if I was anorexic. I said, really, would I be in here complaining to you if I was anorexic, Didn't have a clue. Started getting really bad migraines. My wisdom teeth started coming in, and they caused issues. I'm horrified of the dentist. I'm very scared of them. When I was 23, they told me for some reason all my teeth were rotting from the inside out. And the only thing that they could think of was stress. Stress was the cause. That and me being 110 pounds, unable to gain weight, no matter what I did. I'm not bulimic. I was never bulimic. I was never anorexic. I never did drugs. And for that matter, I barely even drink. I'm not much to the whole alcohol thing. I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't like my head spinning, and it's just kind of pointless. So hearing that your teeth are all rotting out, And then you have this with your hair on top of it. Isn't usually the greatest thing in the world.
Hey, your hair
So-
looks fine.
And of course my little girl always tells me my hair looks fine. Isn't she precious? And it's hurtful. It really, really is. And then thinking, you know, I think a lot of my past, you know, about a lot of the awful things people said to me, or how I get looked at, you know, just by wearing a bandana all the time, you know, and a lot of people have asked, you know, why you always wear it. And, you know, when I finally have to explain it, they're like, oh, wait, you pull out your own hair? Yeah, I do. I can't help it. I tried, but I really can't. Most of the times I don't even notice. My daughter will be sitting there, and I'll be playing with my hair.
Stop
Mom, exactly. Mom, stop it. Mom.
Pull her hand away.
Yeah, and she pulls my hand away. I can be sitting doing nothing, and that happens. But, yeah, so I've got multiple different things wrong with me that I'm trying to get more of an understanding of. And if you're doing video blogs and stuff like that, making the mental illness webpage for Facebook, you know, would be a good start to bring awareness, not just for, you know, people that are sufferers, but also for families and other people. That way, you know, we're not looked at as crazies or, you know, looked down on. Like, they're superior than us. And really, a lot of our conditions, the stuff that's actually wrong with us, usually root from either genetics or their environmental factors. Either you grew up in an abusive alcoholic home, or something really, really terrible has happened to you and it's caused a post-traumatic stress type syndrome. And that's actually what ended up happening with me. And if you disagree, please feel free to disagree. Give some insight. I really would love to hear some insight from other people on this. I just understand from my case and other things that I have read on. The trick, I know they say there's a special diet that can help, cutting out types of sugars, stuff like that. I haven't managed to do that one yet. I've tried the medicines. Right now I'm on Seroquel, and my nose is itchy. Stupid sinuses. I've tried the Seroquel. Seroquels. I'm not all stoned up. If you can't tell, I'm not stoned up. I'm still very well aware of everything going on. That's supposed to stabilize my moods, which is helping me notice when I'm going through mood shifts, like if I start getting really, really down. And most of the times when I get down, it's over my looks. You know, I had to have my teeth cut out because they were rotting from the inside out, see?
If you're different...
And I'll get people ask me, you know, why is your tongue always out in your pictures? Oh, well, wait, I can't really smile, you know, that's really, really embarrassing. And then you got this on top of it. It's like, okay, what else is going to go wrong with me next? The next thing that's been going wrong is, you know, my wrists and my body. It's been locking up. My joints have been. Doctors, once again, they don't know why. They have no answers. I'm pretty sure they'll probably find a way to blame stress once again. And then here's my daughter staring.
If you're different, it just means you're special.
You are such a good child, you know that?
Should have heard what I told her on her wedding.
At least I know that there's going to be one child out there who understands stuff like this and doesn't make fun of people that have stuff wrong with them. Because that's how I'm raising her, you know. There's going to be things wrong with people. Just because you see somebody who's overweight, it doesn't mean that they're lazy and they don't exercise. They can have something wrong with their thyroids for all they know. For that matter, like even with me, I had a miscarriage back in 2011. I didn't lose a pound. Like, look at us. Like, I'm still very, very heavy. I'm like 160 pounds. I went from 110 to this. And no, I'm not pregnant. Do not know what's wrong, but I can definitely see that I'm heavy. That's not how I was before. And it's not because I'm lazy. I do Dance Central, and I work out, and so far nothing. The only thing that could be blamed maybe is medicine, which one was Celexa, and I pulled myself off of that. Side note, if anybody ever tries to put you on Celexa or citalopram, it's the same thing. Do not get on it. The withdrawal symptoms, it's not worth it. It really isn't. The withdrawal symptoms are terrible. But the reality of the matter is, every day, every morning, we have to get up and figure out how we're going to make ourselves appear that day to try to seem as normal as possible so we're not laughed at or looked down at or have people asking us ridiculous questions. This is what we see. Right there. I get up, I see this.
Mommy,
You know, my daughter can sit here and she can brush her hair. I have no hair to brush.
Yeah, you do.
I try to straighten it down the best I can, but because of how it's pulled, this all sticks up through here. I've considered wigs, but I can't afford one. They're too expensive. And I've talked about extensions if I could get my hair long enough.
I'll read that.
But they said it'll damage and break my hair, so that's not going to work either. So sitting on hands doesn't work. You know, playing games does half decent. I can actually recommend playing some video games, even if you're a girl. They can be fun. Just getting on there and, as I say, killing shit. It gets rid of some of that aggression. I'll go on there and I'll go on a slaughter spree in PvP just to release some tension. And try to cure up some of the anxiety. I find that my trick is worse the more anxious I am or stressed out I am. And yeah, that's what it more or less is. And I know I'm rambling a lot. I tend to do that. That's part of the borderline. I get the 1,000,001 thoughts racing through my head, and it just doesn't seem to stop. So while I'm sitting here talking to you, I've got about 15, 20 other things going through my mind. Everything is really, really, really fast-paced for me. So I try to blog stuff the best I can in my videos right when I'm actually thinking it, because if not, I'll forget. That's the other negative for borderline. Very, 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 very forgetful. I hear what I want to hear, or I don't hear at all, or I'll remember the bigger things, but not the smaller things. Like, I could have a conversation, with, my daughter yesterday and not remember an ounce of it today. Which is kind of troublesome, but we're gradually working with it. I'm going to start writing down a lot of that stuff. And she brought the dog back in with her.
Oh, didn't he walked in here?
See, I guess I could show the puppy to give everybody a little laugh.
He's my little puppy.
Isn't that a small dog? And he's not getting any bigger.
But he is a ferocious one.
Yes, he's so ferocious. Titan, you are the cutest thing, aren't you? But these are the lights of my life, Back when I used to, do things like, you could probably see the scar right there on my wrist. That's from borderline, from medicine. When I first started Celexa, I tried to kill myself. That one right there is from Wellbutrin.
Don't get my hair.
That white scar going across my tattoo, they did the best they could to cover it, but that's from the Celexa, me having a bad reaction. It caused me to be suicidal. Luckily, I don't have any other scars on my body. I end up having my shoulder tattoo, which that's been my new addiction. I'll go and get all these tattoos. If I can get my daughter to hold the camera correctly, I can show off my tattoo. Here, come here, Seren.
I can do better than that.
Okay, gotta go like this. This is gonna hurt. There you go. Are you showing the tattoo? Mm-hmm. This tattoo here isn't finished. Somebody did a really bad dragon tattoo on me. And this is a cover-up. The water still needs to be colored and shaded. And, that way all the flames, all shaded out. And she's just got to touch it. I'm actually going to take her with me when I go to get it finished because she wants to see.
And if you can tell, it looks like an S. I told her that, and she goes, well, that's really cool.
But,
S for serenity.
But the lotus, the resemblance of the lotus is strong. The lotus flower starts here. I'm going to go like this. Lotus flowers start at the bottom of a mucky pond. They start in dirt, and they work their way up into the pond. And by the time they get to the top, they bloom, and they're beautiful lotus flowers. It shows strength, and that's the reason I went with the lotus. The lilies was just, I really liked the lilies. I thought they were really, really pretty. And the next tattoo I'm going to get on my lower back, it will be a Chinese dragon. And that'll be really, really nice. And if I decide to keep my hair short, maybe, you know, I'll get a little tattoo or something right here on my neck. I don't know. And, you know, she's trying to decorate, you know, my bald spot. But, okay, I'm going to end this video. I hope some things I explained made some sense. And hopefully I'll get better videos soon, you know, that make more sense and, you know, are easier for me to talk without me going on a rambling spree like I am right now. So I hope everybody has a nice day. Oh, she wants to say something.
Give Mommy 1,000 likes so I can do my own page.
She wants to make her own Facebook page and,
I wanted to have
and blog and stuff like that. And I told her she has to have a purpose.
I want to be cute animals, like Titan.
I told her I want to see a meaningful purpose other than just cute animals, something to make a difference. So if she comes up with that idea on making a difference, I will let her do her own page and I will fully support her and help her with it. But I want her to be more involved with, you know, things that are going on, you know.
Please give her 1,000 likes.
1,000 likes. I highly doubt that'll happen, but
Okay, 100.
I'm pushing on that one too. So anyways, thank you very much for your time. Sorry about all the rambling. It tends to happen with me with my videos, so you might as well get used to it. She's sticking feathers on my head. That's pretty. But anyways, have a nice day.